Hello, I'm Vanessa Salgado, and I love school. Yes, I said it, I love school. And I know many of you might think I'm crazy, but I honestly love learning. Now, before I go into depth into what my junior project is about, you need to know a little bit more about me. Now, my parents came here to this country with nothing. They did not know the language, they had no money. They came here with their clothes on their back and my two eldest siblings. Now, so far, throughout the journey that they've been here for 23 years, they have learned English and basic arithmetic, and they have raised 4 wonderful children. Now, in my school, Chinquapin, every junior is allowed to do a project that lasts for about a year and a half. And the only requirements for this project is that it benefits someone other than yourself. So I began thinking, what possibly could I do? And then one night, I was up probably later than I should have been. I was watching the scene in documentary called Girl Rising, and I'm not going to lie, I cried and cried and cried some more. Even after I had watched it, it just left such an impact on me that I felt like I needed to do something to benefit these girls. Now, many of you guys are asking, why this? Well, why? I was researching this topic and looking at the differences between girls who are educated versus girls who aren't educated, and the statistics astonished me. I had never realized that there was such a difference between getting an education. Now, according to UNICEF, girls who do not receive at least a secondary school education are more likely to be marginalized in society. Now, while I was researching this, 37 to 99, that is a different percentages according to the United States International Agency for International Development. These 37% of girls in Guatemala, that's the percent of girls in Guatemala that are attending school right now. 37% versus America's 99%. Now, those 37% of girls, they're more likely to be married before the age of 20, and they are 6 times more likely to die from complications of childbirth. 6 times more likely, simply because they did not get an education. Now, those 99% of girls in America, they're more likely to marry later and have fewer children, and they won't be susceptible to domestic violence or discrimination in the workplace. Now, what I plan on using is social media. And at the bottom of the screen, it has my website. It's my first name, Vanessa Salgado.wix.com/education. And there you could find different articles that I had posted, and there's a section there where it says contact, and you could contact me, you could email me, and you could follow me on Twitter and direct message me. Now on there, I put information that can connect to other foundations, such as the 10 by 10 Act and Girl Up. Now what my goal is for this project is that I want to create this group called Girl Up. And it's a subset from the United Nations Foundation, Girl Up. And their goal is to minimize the gap between men and women in society and the social injustices by allowing women to become educated. Now, what I plan on doing is I want to implement this group in my school and allow it to function and eventually have different information sessions in downtown Houston in which I go to different businesses and I pass out flyers and different pamphlets and spread information. Because before I had even researched this or even watched this documentary, I was unaware of this issue because I had lived in America and I was oblivious to the fact that any of this actually occurred because I took it for granted the advantages that I had in this country. I had the right to be educated. I had the right to go to school, and I didn't have to pay for this. I could go to school, and I honestly love it. Thank you.